Good morning, we are from class TKM 1A and our lecturer for our subject Workshop Technology is Sir Haman bin Hassan, and the title that we're going to discuss is the welding defect and its prevention. The member of our group is Azza Aiman bin Talan, Tiong Chi Samantagina anak ulang, and me, Renarita anak Angsi. And now we're going to introduction. This is one of the arc welding process that is commonly used in construction or fabrication process. It is also with several names such as MA, MMA, or MMAW, flux shield arc welding, or informally known as stick welding. The electrode used in his process is consumable, a rod covered with flux. The flux burned to form this protective layer or cover for the weld. The current type used in this process can either be AC or DC depending on the design of the weld, which will be stacked in WPS. And now we are going to share the information about arc welding defect. We are going to give some example. Number one is slag inclusion. Slag is a non-metallic component that exists in the weld, on the surface or between layers. Slag inclusion is a type of welding defect that is easily visible in the weld. The slag is usually spherical or needle-shaped with dimension ranging from a few micrometers to several millimeters and can penetrate the entire thickness of the weld. The presence of slag causes concentrated stress, which reduces the durability and portability of the weld metal. The amount of slag belongs to specified in the manufacturing requirement of the solder joint. Now we're going to slag inclusion causes. The phenomenon of the slag inclusion is as a result of following reasons. Number one, welding current density is too small, which is difficult to provide enough heat for molten metal, and it leads to the fact that slag might be impossible to float on the weld surface. Number two, the welding speed is too fast. And number three, the weld edge is not completely clean, or workers do not remove layers of slag before welding. Number four, welding angle and travel rate of welding rod are not suitable. And last but not least, welding pool is cooled down too fast to float slag. How to prevent the slag inclusion? Increase current density and increase the arc stop period. Adjust the welding speed. Don't let occur the situation of mixture between slag and the weld pool or slag flow forward in the melting zone. Clean up the edge and get rid of all slag of the previous welding layer before welding. Make an appropriate adjustment for electrode angle and electrode travel rate, reducing rapid cooling of the weld pool.
Lack of function. Lack of function refers to the lack of complete melting between adjacent portion of a weld joint. It can occur between individual weld pins, between the base metal or weld metal, or at any point of the welding groove. With regard to the position of a leg of function defect in a weld, three types of a leg function can be detected. First is lack of sidewall function. Second is lack of interrun function. Third is lack of function at the roof of the wheel. Lack of function is another serious wheel defect which can occur as a result of a lack of function between the wheel mantle and the paramantle at the roof of the wheel when complete penetration is required. A lack of sidewall function which occurs between the wheel mantle and the paramantle at the side wheel outside of the roof of the wheels. A lack of interrun function which occur between agency layer of a wheel mantle on a multi-run wheel. These are normally defected in wheel where improper welding variables have been used and where there are improper manipulation of an electron from the welding operator. Incorrect joint design and the fix-up can also lead a lack of function issue. How to prevent a lack of function? First, get the correct heat supply. This usually means the voltage and current will need to be adjusted to increase the level of the heat that is traveling to the wheel point as you work. Second, make sure the edges are lined up properly. The welding material always needs to properly placed at the edge. This surface also needs to be clean of any debris of contaminants that may prevent a clean function. A brief of minor oversight in element will cause a lack of function and imperfect final product. Third, beam element. All beams need to position properly at the welding point. This ensures that when they are milled by the welder, they will form a complete seal that can avoid a lack of function. This gap that occur improper beams elements are often called slots. 4. Issue during MIG welding. Some of the main issues that can occur with MIG welding overlap with the lack of function. Low heat level or other imperfection on the welding surface will cause improper penetration as well as a pore and craters on the welding surface. This can usually be remained by a faster wire feed output to increase the temperature.
My name is Tiong Chi. My point is weld crack. The most serious type of welding defect is a weld crack and is not accepted almost by all standards in the industry. It can appear on the surface, in the weld metal, or the real effect by the intense heat. Crack can also appear at different temperatures. Hot crack. It is more prominent during crystallization of weld joints where the temperature can rise more than 10,000 degrees Celsius. Cold crack. This type of crack occurs at the end of the welding process where the temperature is quite low. Sometimes cold crack is visible several hours after welding or even after a few days. Crater crack. This occurs at the end of the welding process before the operator finishes a pass on the weld joint. They usually form near the end of the weld. When the weld pool cools and solidifies, it needs to have enough volume to overcome shrinkage of the wet metal. Otherwise, it will form a crater crack. Causes of cracks. Number 1. Use of hydrogen when welding ferrous metals. Number 2. Residual stress caused by the solidification shrinkage. Number 3. Base metal contamination. Number 4. High welding speed but low current. Number 5. No preheat before starting welding. Number 6. Poor joint design. Number 7. A high content of sulfur and carbon in the metal. Remedies for weld crack. Number 1. Using appropriate materials may decrease the chance of crack. Number 2. Preheating the weld and reducing the cooling speed joint help in reducing crack. Number 3. Reduce the gap between the weld joint by using reasonable weld joint. Number 4. While welding, release the coupling force slowly, which increases fill to capacity of welding material.
Hello, my name is Azza Aiman, and I'm gonna present one of arc welding defect, which is spatter. Spatter occurs when small particles from weld attach themselves to the surrounding surface. It's an especially common occurrence in welding. No matter how hard you try, it can't be completely eliminated. However, there are a few ways you can keep it to a minimum. Spatter caused by the running ampere is too high, voltage setting is too low, the work angle of the electrode is too steep, the surface is contaminated, the arc is too long, incorrect polarity, and erratic electrode feeding. Ways for us to prevent spatter are by cleaning the surface prior to welding, we adjust the arc length, adjust the weld current, increase the electrode angle, make use the proper polarity, make sure you don't have any feeding issues. That's all that we have to present, and thank you for your attention.